What's up, guys? It's Darkz here, and welcome to the second episode of Dark's Valley. In this episode, we're gonna work on the main street, and we're gonna work on some surrounding scenery and some lakes. I am going to add. This is gonna be not that long of a video, just some nice scenery being done and some nice 10 minutes of satisfying building with Darkz. Like I said, we're gonna build on the main street. I've added 3 more buildings to the entering Plaza main street kinda feel, and I wanted to do something unique and something that wouldn't be wouldn't be regular in a sort of theme park, and this plaza was a really nice idea of tackling that kind of feel to your park, or to my park, how you want to say it. But the first building I'm building right now is what was a bit inspired by my beer and bratwurst building I've made I think 3-4 months ago. It was a Bavarian German kind of bar pub. It looked in my opinion really well, and I think the techniques I implemented in my beer and bratwurst worked really well here in this main street building. I wanted to get some different main street buildings in here, because you had that big castle-like entrance, then you had that smaller tub from the right, and I felt now let's add a Bavarian building, because why the heck not, you know? And I was quite figuring out what pieces I should use. I want to use as many different pieces as possible, so you get a lot of variety in my buildings and how it looks, you know. And yeah, I think that's really important, that you have some good variety in your builds, so they don't all look the same or don't feel the same like your main street buildings. That's why I just tend to pick some random piece and try to incorporate it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just you need to get a feel for that. And I think I'm the point that my feel is really good. In this part of the game right now. So I think I have a decent piece understanding. It's not the best, far from. Someone with really good piece understanding is operator. He can use pieces to make, like, he can use a lantern to make a toilet, like, it's amazing. I'm not at that level, but I can use pieces in a different way that you wouldn't expect it to be used in. So that's, for me, pretty important, and it's a really good learning curve if you want to improve in Planet Coaster. So if you want to improve on Planet Coaster, try to use pieces in a way they aren't meant for, because then you get some really creative mindset. Then you get a really creative mindset, and you can really get some good looking builds out there. And that's it. This is probably the first building, just adding some foliage, some nature for the more detail, you know. And now let's go to the first lake or scenery setting, how you want to call it. And I started with some rocks, you know, the basic stuff, some realistic bushes, just get it a really good realistic vibe. Some trees. I've made a tree set for myself, so if I have some forest to cover or something else, I have that set to just place it, and then you have a lot of different trees that look very they look, the sets on themselves look really good. There are a lot of different trees in there, and you don't see that it's like, it's not repetitive in a way that you see it's tree and not some variety. It really thought through. So yeah, that's great in my opinion, because if you have foliage work that is really repetitive, it will not look very realistic in my opinion. It just doesn't look good, in my opinion, because if I make something, if I make let's say a forest, and I use always the same tree, no rotation or something, it looks so repetitive, it's like unhealthy, and I feel nah, this is not good, you know. Now let's go to the next building, and you see me trying a whole different sort of theme. This is more medieval, a more medieval castle thingy, not really Bavarian bar top. It's really different, but like I said, I think a main street should be different. And I thought, yeah, why the heck wouldn't I put a custom roof on it? So a custom, is it the roof or is it the dome? I don't know really. I think it depends on how it looks and how it feels. But I think this is more of a dome, and also not really. I'm quite confused now. I think no, it's not a dome because it's not circular. So what do you guys think? Is this a dome or is it a custom roof? Or is it something I'm missing the word from? I don't know. I think I'm missing a word that is. I think this has a certain name that I forgot. I don't think I know. I think there is a word for that, but I just forgot it because, or I just didn't learn it at all. So well, I'm still 15. I have a whole life to live, so give me some time, and then I'll come up with a word at the end of the series. But after you see me the dome, I think the dome. I'm still using the word dome. Okay, it's a dome for now. I think the dome looked pretty good in my opinion. It isn't perfect. You see some pieces clipping, but I tried my best to get the best looking dome for what I could do. So I think I've managed to do it really well. You see me putting some Hogwarts style windows on there, random. I think this looks better than always using the same window. It's just so it feels really repetitive, like I said before. You don't want your buildings and your scenery or anything actually want to look repetitive, because that's just bad for for the looks of your build. So just another tip: if you build, don't build repetitive. It will give a bad atmosphere, and you don't want that on your builds. You want some good looking some different kind of buildings in your build. So now we're going to the last building. The last building was a sort of a New York Main Street building that you would see in like a major city. I'm just saying New York now. It could be like, I don't know, Amsterdam or something, and with some really nice windows and trims and etc. It doesn't really give a modern city vibe. It more gives a I don't know how you could say it, also a little bit medieval kind of sorta, I don't know, vibe. I think that is it looked pretty good in my opinion. That's why I went for it, and I think it looks pretty good. And you see me making like one wall and copying it around, because I wanted to make it 5 long, so I could add that little, not little, it's quite big actually. I don't know what's the piece. What's the name of the piece? I think it's like a sort of clock, but that it's fancy, and a little guy rings on the clock, and then it goes turn around and walking on the side, and you have those little 3 hats that are just singing. I think, it looks pretty fun, and I thought, why the heck not? Why wouldn't I put it in there. It looks pretty fun, and I think it would fit in the fairy tale Main Street type of building that the kind of style I was going for. So yes, and yeah, we're actually going to quite some fast episode because it's almost over. It's again, it was so fast. It went by very quickly. You see me ending the video with some more lake nature scenery because I felt I need a lake on both sides, and yeah, that's it. It looks really good in my opinion. There's some lakes and some realistic nature. But yeah, that was it for today, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, yeah, well, I hope that's great for you. And I think I'll catch you guys next week. So bye.